So far we've focused on the structure and function of cells, and what we're going to start looking at now is how these cells work together in multicellular organisms, because some organisms are made up of billions, if not trillions of cells. How are the cells organized within those organisms? So let's start by taking a look at our heart. Our heart is made up of millions of cardiac muscle cells. And the job of these cells is to contract and to push blood throughout our circulatory system. Now, of course, it's not just a single cell that performs this job, but lots of these cells. So if cardiac muscle cells are organized together to perform the same function, you can refer to these as cardiac muscle tissue. So this applies to other cells as well. It's not just cardiac muscle cells. Any cells that have a similar shape and function and they're working together, you refer to as a tissue. The heart itself is actually made up of more than one type of tissue. So we know that the heart has cardiac muscle tissue, which contracts, but it also needs nervous tissue, or nerve cells, to be able to tell those cells when to contract. It also has things like connective tissue, which connects the nervous tissue to the cardiac muscle tissue. And so there's many different types of tissues that are working together to perform the function of the heart. And the heart is referred to as an organ. So whenever you have different types of tissue working together to perform a function, this is referred to as an organ. The heart itself can't push blood out to all the different cells of your body. It needs arteries and veins. So arteries take oxygen-rich blood out to your cells, and veins return the oxygen-poor blood to your heart to be reoxygenated. So this is where you end up with several organs working together to form a system. And in this particular case, it is the circulatory system. Which is comprised of the heart, veins, and arteries. So whenever you get different organs working together to perform a function, you end up with a system, in this case the circulatory system. Complex multicellular organisms like us consist of more than one system working together to keep us alive. So for example, in humans, we have the circulatory system, but in order to get fresh oxygen into that circulatory system and to remove the waste product carbon dioxide, we need the respiratory system. Of course, we also have a skeletal system, which provides structure and support to our body. Now, the skeletal system wouldn't be any good unless, of course, you had a muscular system. And there's many more of these systems within humans and other multicellular organisms. So in summary, there are very specific levels of organization in cells. Cells make up tissues, tissues make up organs, organs make up systems, and multicellular organisms consist of multiple systems.